Don't worry, this intro will take about 10 seconds and then we can get looking at watches and you don't have to stare at this for any longer than you have to. I just really wanted to thank you for checking out the channel. Welcome to the 1010 Club, where we focus on affordable watches, and I guess I'm talking about the royal we because it's just me down here. And we do it every week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. There's new videos, so if you could like this video and subscribe, I would really appreciate it. I'm also doing a project I'm very excited about called the $500 Watch Box Challenge. Will it have its first induction today? Well, let's find out. It's a classic, the Casio F91W. Is it all the hype that everyone forever has been talking about, or has it been puffed up just a little too much? And should I be the one talking about things that are a little puffed up? Okay, let's check out the watch. I am looking to induct my first watch into my $500 Watch Box Hall of Fame. It's a watch box that its contents will value $500 total, so I'm looking at value watches, watches that have substance, and you gotta love the Casio F91W. Smaller watch, nice and thin at 8.5 millimeters thick, 35 millimeters diameter, and light enough to gracefully, never mind, almost sit on my plant. Okay, let's go back in time and down in the basement. All right, so I brought some other Casios along for some comparisons. On the left is the Royale, and on the right is the A16WA. By the way, if you want to know how to get that Royale dial looking all minimalistic and clean, there's a link to a video where I screw it up and then fix it. So I wanted to go back in time because I just wanted to show you one more time the kind of condition you can expect if you're buying from Amazon warehouse. I am happy that I got this F91W for just over $7, but the packaging beat to hell. And when you open it, honestly, not much better. I'm not sure if anyone at Amazon has worn a watch before, because this is how it was repackaged. Sitting straight up like, I don't know, I guess maybe you could wear a watch on the side of your wrist bone. Just not for me. Okay, let's get to a comparison because I really only want to put one of these watches in my $500 Watch Box Hall of Fame. On the left, once again, is the A168WA. They look very similar. In fact, the modules are identical and the shape is identical. Of course, one's metal and one isn't. It looks like the one on the right is a little bit bigger, even when you sandwich it like that side to side. But when you put them butt to butt, the lugs should match basically perfectly. So these watches are the exact same size. The silver one, the 168, is a little thicker because it has that plastic chrome coating around the watch face. Other than that, exactly the same modes, same alarm, same stopwatch, same setting system. The watch faces are a little different. The 168 on the right has a little more adornment, and they have that electroluminescence type on the top. But they both say water resist, stopwatch, blah, 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 blah. But here's one of the main differences, and this is the most positive side of this watch, the band. This watch is so cheap, but this has been the most comfortable resin band I've ever owned. I want to bring in right now the OEM strap for the Seiko 007. I hate this strap. It's terrible. It's stiff. It's inflexible. It hurts when it's on your wrist. And this strap, again, it's super cheap, but just the way it molds to your wrist, how soft it is, how much you can twist it around, it makes for such a wonderful wearing experience. To be honest, really the only thing that the 007 strap is good for is perhaps a catapult. And there you have that. Otherwise, see you later. Okay, so back to the comparisons. So we did the strap, which is different, and there is one other huge difference. Could you spot it? Okay, let me rewind. Not that I need to. And do it again. The backlighting. It is night and day, no pun intended, difference. So let's put the lights out just one click to see maybe if you can finally see the light on the left. Yeah, it's peeking out, but surely it would look better in complete darkness, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? Oh, abysmal. So the electroluminescence of the 168 on the right just completely outshines, sorry again for the puns, the F91W. It's inexcusable in my opinion. It's terrible. But back to the review. So it's a very small watch, as we mentioned, a 35 millimeter diameter compared to that 43 millimeter diameter of the SKX. However, it doesn't wear that way. I have a 7¼ inch wrist, and I just love the way it looks on my wrist. It doesn't feel dinky. It looks like it fits. Again, 7¼ inch wrist. I can't feel it when I wear it. It's that light and that comfortable, but there you go for some perspective. I think it looks just fine, and there's plenty of room on either end of that watch band for smaller wrists, bigger wrists, but I cannot escape the backlight. It is terrible. All right, let's do some more comparisons. Here's the bad one. Hopefully this is the last time I'll show you the F91's backlight, but let's bring in the Royale. It's like a lighthouse. Gorgeous, and I love that orange. And then one more time with the A168, that electroluminescence is gorgeous. And just as I think it adds value to that watch, I feel like this light takes away value from the F91W. So, no. You're not making it into the $500 Watch Box Hall of Fame. Instead, you gotta induct this beauty. I just love how everything comes together. The price is so similar. I got the F91W for $7, and I got this one, the 168WA, for $11. So with a $4 difference, let's put it on the toilet paper roll cushion of prestige as I try and talk real fast so you forget that the one downside of this watch is this clip is kind of annoying, and it does take some getting used to, and I'm pretty sure I didn't get it right. Nope, I didn't get it right. Okay, let's do it again. Okay, there it is. Whoo. Ta-da! All right, all grace and pomp and circumstance. Let's put its regalness into the watch box. So by the end, this whole watch box will be worth $500. Okay. I'm not a professional. As I was saying, this will value $500 at the end, but the only watches inside that I want are ones that have huge value for money, are graceful, and make you feel great wearing them. And I know this guy is a stud and famous, but I gotta say no thank you on this one. So, I mean, there you go. I love the F91W for what it stands for. It is an extremely affordable, stylish watch that can fit in almost any scenario. I feel you could wear it to work, you could wear it for travel. One of my closest friends, that's his world travel watch. It's been to Europe, it's been to Africa, it's been to Asia, it's been everywhere, and it has never missed a beat, and that's awesome. But if we're talking value for money, and that's what I think is the most important as far as what goes in this $500 watch box Hall of Fame, when you compare it to its more handsome brother, it just doesn't stack up as much. Yes, you could say it is a little bit more rugged, and I would agree with you. I don't think I would want to take the metal bracelet with the fancy chrome plastic to Sudan or to Tokyo or to any of the other places my friend took his F91W. I'll give you that. However, with the electroluminescent background and just how good I feel when I wear the 168, I can't compare it to the F91W. Will it eventually sneak its way in? If there's one more spot and I only have $10 left in the budget, yeah, I probably will put it in because it does stand for something, in my opinion. It's one of the most classic watches of all time. But the other day when I came down to the basement and I wanted to put that watch on, well, right next to it was the 168, and I couldn't help myself and I grabbed that one. I just feel great wearing it. It is one of my favorite watches. So on those merits, it's going into the watch box. The F91W is going to at least have to wait its turn. And lastly, if we just want to talk about pricing for a second, because you could say, as I mentioned briefly, that the F91W at such a low price should have some excuses for it. But, I mean, Casio's full retail, although you'll never pay it, is $19. I mean, they're all basically the same, but you get the least with the F91W. So for that reason alone, it's going to stay out of the watch box. I think I've repeated myself enough, and I was excited to get this video done, so I didn't even, well, it doesn't matter now. We're all friends here. Thanks so much for watching. New videos every Tuesday and Thursday, and I will continue to fill up my $500 watch box Hall of Fame. You actually might have caught a glimpse of one of the watches that might be making its way in there in the future. So I'll see you soon.